Yo, what is up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to another video. For today, I got the return of the Indestructible Arm Master. This guy's been gone for a long time for, reasonable reasons. But now he's back, and I want to say, man, I really enjoy playing with this guy. He's just right now, I feel like no one is playing Goddess anymore. Everybody is just playing a Fiendsmith engine. And honestly, they're not gonna beat the full arm master, man. Like in the past, Goddess was a problem because it was easy to out, but now it's really not, man. Especially if you summon this big boy against Template, man, they're gonna shit bricks and just rage quit. The only issue though is kaijus. If your opponent has kaijus, then that's going to suck for sure. But yeah, also I want to mention that this deck, okay, is really hard. It's really difficult. It's requires a lot of skills. So if you're new to Blackwings, I would not suggest to play this deck. Okay, only if you've been tired of winning with every other Blackwing deck, Caliuga, whatever, Bistol Black, whatever, and you want to just try out something new. Okay, because me, for example, like I only play Blackwings, and so I have to switch it up. Sometimes I play this version, sometimes I play that version, sometimes this one. Okay, so that's why I enjoy playing this. But yeah, all I want to say is it's a really skillful required deck. That's all I want to say. Okay, so don't be too frustrated when you start breaking or like have like weird hands or get interrupted easily or whatever. It's gonna be hard. Okay, especially Nibiru is a big problem in this deck. But I'm gonna be honest with you, in Masadu, I don't really expect, unless you're running right into Maxi, I wouldn't really expect Nibiru, because in Masadu that people are playing only like a one-off Nibiru because of Maxi. So, and not everybody is playing Nibiru, but if they are, that they usually it's just a one-off Nibiru, and if they have it, they have it. If they don't, whatever. But there are also some ways to somehow, if you get nipped late, you can still end up on a big combo. But yeah, I've been talking too much. Let's go on. The first combo is with Zudri or Shamal. Zudri and Shamal or Zudri and Vata. Okay, so basically this is a 2-card combo. We don't want to use Vata's effect here yet because it locks us into dark, and in this play we are required to not get locked. Okay, we're gonna do this in the Black Featherwell to special back the Vata. Okay. Just like that, and then we're gonna do this and that, and boom. Now we got the Boreal Storm. We're gonna use Boreal Storm to send Zonda to the graveyard. Okay. We're gonna use Zonda's effect to special summon back, special summon Kunai from the deck. Use Kunai's effect to make Boreal Storm become level 1. And then we're gonna use these two to go into Y6. This is going to special summon Zephyros. I know it's a really weird way to get Zephyros on the field, but we just cannot get locked. And if we use Valta's effect, we are just not able to go into Denglong because it's a light monster. Now we're gonna use Denglong's effect to send Beyond. Make sure to not use the own summon effect of Denglong, otherwise you are screwed. Now bounce back the Black Feather Woman with Zephyros, and then you can use these two to go into Raikiri. And boom, that's all you really need, man. That's really all you really need. Now, thanks to Denglong getting sent to the graveyard, you're gonna get Beyond back from the special from the deck. And now you can just use these two, and boom. Don't forget to special Vata with Black Feather Woman. But here, boom. Now you got the Indestructible Arm Master. Unaffected by everything, cannot be destroyed by Bell. Only if your opponent has a Kaiju, he's gonna be able to out this guy. Otherwise, he's just gonna shit bricks. Now we can use Vata's effect to go here into Blackwing Dragon. I'm gonna link these two off to go into Little Knight. Banish Blackwing Dragon and Boreal Storm to go into a Soul Dragon. And now basically we have an Indestructible monster, we have Little Knight, we have a Soul Dragon, and we have Chinook. And that's pretty awesome, right? That is really awesome. I mean, I feel like this is enough. Even if your opponent has like the crazy ball breakers or whatever, they're not gonna be able to beat this shit. Especially now where everybody's letting you go first. I promise you, one full arm monster is enough. Alright, then this next combo is there's so many ways to actually summon Indestructible Arm Master once a moon. I'm gonna show you the one that gives you like the best possible board. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna add obviously again Vata and Kamal. And then we're just gonna, just like always, this is not something you have never seen before. Do this, do that, and then we're gonna go into nothing though. This is really important. We gotta go into nothing, change Shamal. We're not going to Boristorm just yet. Now we're gonna get Zudri back, and now we can get our additional normal summon. Now here it's important to really make sure that you add Shaga and the Twin Shadow. And let me tell you one thing, it's also possible to make it without Twin Shadow, but if you don't want to play Twin Shadow, you gotta play Arashi. Okay, so it's either Arashi or Twin Shadow. Okay, and if you're playing Twin Shadow, then we are playing it with Silverwind, Blackwings Silverwind. This one. Where is he? Up with this guy. But if you want to play with Arashi, you gotta play with Q-Build. Q-Build is the level 7 dark type synchro monster that can pop a monster on the field. I could show you that one too, but I don't think it's necessary because this board is just way better. I'm gonna use Zudri to tribute to Simoon, and boom, we got a token out. We are locked into synchro now, but it doesn't matter. Now we can use Barrier Storm to send Zonda. And now we got Kunai on the field. We can use now Zephyros. Bounce back to Black Feather Weapons. And then we can use all of these, boom, to go into this pattern. On the summon, we're going to trigger the Black Feather Weapon to splash back Vata. Now we're going to use these two to go into Yazi. Okay, we can only make this by using Kunai's effect and manipulate Warrior Storm's level to become level 1. Otherwise, that's not going to happen. Now I'm going to use Twin Shadow for my hand to summon Sylvant. The only reason why we are summoning Sylvant here is because we want to destroy the Yazi. The cool thing is, man, if your opponent already has a monster, then you don't really have to do this. So if your opponent has something like a Bestial or whatever, you don't even have to do all of this. You can just activate Yazi's effect to destroy one of your opponent's cards and itself, and boom, you already got what you wanted. And that's just destroying Yazi to special summon beyond. And then we can use these 2 or 3 to go into the Indestructible full armor master. Now we're going to summon our Soul Dragon, and then we can use this Padders effect to do this, and boom. Now we got the Soul Dragon. And this is basically the combo, man. What do we have here? We have double Assault Dragon, this pattern, and we have Shanga in the graveyard. And we got the Indestructible Armor Master, man. Like, this is a crazy board. It is. It really is, man. So, yeah. Yeah, I want to show you guys the 2 replays that I had against certain matchups. Here in a hand like this, you might be confused by having Zephyros on your hand, but that's really not a break, man. That is really not a break. It literally makes no difference for us. Okay? The only difference is that we are not going to bounce Shamal back to our, Zudri back to our hand with Shamal's effect. We're going to do the same thing, literally the same thing. The only difference is that we are going to normal summon now Zephyros with Nothong's effect. But then we still go into Boreal Storm, use Boreal Storm's effect, send Zonda, but yeah. But stay tuned because I want to show you how cool the follow-up grind game, whatever it is, with this deck. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. Instead of Zephyros, we're just gonna summon Zudri here. And then we can just, boom, do the same thing, but this time with Danglong. Boom. Just like that. The only difference literally is that you are going to get the nuke this way to your hand with Shamal's effect. Okay, so with Shamal you're gonna get Chinook to your hand and not Zudri. But the way it's the same thing. Also, check this out. I banished Danglong and Blackwing Dragon to summon the Assault Dragon. I didn't use Boreal Storm, I used Danglong. Okay, so that's gonna be important in a minute. Now check this out. You really don't have to do shit, man. You can just chill here. And honestly, I wouldn't even use Little Knight to get rid of anything that your opponent has. Here he's trying to break my board by not getting burned, so he's trying to book my Assault Dragon. I'm going to use Chinook here, but he can actually dodge the Chinook. So I'm just going to use Little Knight to get rid of those two, so I'll get them at the end of the turn. So I'm not even going to use Call by an Ash. Like, I'm not even, I know, I don't need them. So I could have used them any time I wanted to, but I'm just too good with my Indestructible Arm Master. I don't need anything else. Blackwing is the only deck that does not require non-engine mana. Look at this. Look at this. Our opponent's gonna go full combo here, but it's not going to matter. It is literally not going to matter. Yeah, boom. He's not going to do shit. He can do all the combos that he wants to. It's not going to change anything. Now in the end phase, we're going to get back Little Knight and our Soul Dragon. And what's even better is we can just summon now our Decklist Soul Dragon by banishing the other Blackwing Dragon that we sent with Chinook's effect and with Boreal Storm. Look at this, man. Look at this. Boom. So simple. Now we're just going to take control of his Baron, and that's it. That is it. Okay. And here's the other combo. That is with Q-Belt. Plus more extenders. I'm going to show you that sometimes, even if you do, like, I'm not getting nipped here, but I could have gotten nipped here because I'm going to do all my combos before the important before I use Zephyr's effect and go into more. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, as you guys can see, I'm using a Roshi instead of the Twin Shadow. Doing all of these. With Q-Belt, you can just pop the Yazi and get this guy back. And we can do this. And boom. Now we got the full Arm Master. And then we can link these two away, go into Little Knight. So, and this sometimes does not even require nothing, so you don't really have to do so much. So this version could be better. Could be better when it comes to playing through draw. And it still has a crazy board. Like, this is also something that you can do. Here we're getting Sewer Polyed, okay? We're getting Sewer Polyed. Another Fusion Poly. I was like, let's just get that rid of it. And then, yeah, it doesn't matter. Either way, this guy is not going to out my Indestructible Arm Master. I didn't even have to do shit. I could have just chilled there and do nothing. Okay? That's basically it, man. That's time. But you know what? I'm actually going to show you my deck list now. And yeah, let's check this out. Alright, so there's a couple of ways to play this, okay? I'm currently testing this 45 card deck with the Mzadis, with the Bestials, because I just love having more. And then, like I said, here with Silverwind and the Twin Shadow, but you could also play it like this, okay? You can play with Orochi instead of the Twin Shadow. Take out Silverwind and play with Q-Belt. Like, this is another option, okay? And then, if you don't really like playing with the horror stuff, no problem, just take them all out. Take them all. You can play without that stuff. You can take out this, play another copy of the Blackwing Dragon if you want to. Right, you can do all that. And if you don't want to play with the Bestials, I also respect that. You can take all that stuff out too. But if you're not playing the Mzedi, I would really consider playing the Assault Synchron instead of Sarnia here. Like, this is also possible. You can also play it like this way. Personally, don't like Maxi, Bubalos, or whatever. I'd rather have Draw, because if you're playing against a going second deck like Tempai, they don't really care for max seal full loss, but they could lose to a drawn Lockbird. That's why I like to play that card more. So yeah, or like against a going second Fiendsmith Pistol deck or whatever. Okay. Yeah, let's just go through all the cards here real quick. We got Droll, Rashi, Shanga. You can just pause the video and look at the card. 3 Vatas, 1 Chinook, 1 Assault Synchron. We got 2 Beyonds, 3 Ashes, Zephyros, 2 Shamals only. 3 Zudris, 1 Kunai, 3 Simoons, 1 Zonda. And we can play here this little Bisteel package, 3 Small Worlds, 2 Black Whirlwinds, Black Feather Whirlwinds, Regains, 2 Call by, Denglong, Nothong, Boreal Storm, Yazi, Raikiri, Jubel, 2 Blackwing Dragons, Flower Monster, 2 Stall Dragons, Dispada, 1 Chaos Angel, 1 White Strix, 1 Little Knight. And another card that you guys can play is Blackbird Close, in case you don't want to lose to Mulchami, Maxi, whatever. Then, like I showed you before, this is the way to play around that, around all those cards, to not let your opponent draw any shit. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it, man. Check this deck out, let me know what y'all think. But like I said, man, don't expect the same winning ratio with Kali Yuga or other Blackwing decks, because it does play 2 Beyonds as a break, and the combo lines do run really bad into certain hand traps. But at the end of the day, man, you just gotta play whatever makes you happy and that you have most fun with, and I'm really enjoying playing with this deck. So yeah, that's it. I love you guys. Take care. Bye bye.